Welcome back, Lord of the Rings fans. Today we have another special video with an unboxing of the Magic the Gathering Commander Kit from a special Costco find that we have from the Bloomburrow Squirreled Away Precon set. So this is based on the Commander Hazel of the Root Bloom. She's a 4 mana cost black and green commander, so we'll crack into this precon. And then it also comes with 4 play boosters or set boosters from 4 different sets. So we'll crack into this box and here we go, tells you exactly what the contents of this box. We get 1 Bloomburrow commander deck, which we know, 1 Bloomburrow play booster, 1 Edge of Eternity's play booster, 1 Foundations play booster, 1 Ethodrith play booster, and 1 exclusive bonus foil promo card, Kayla of the Vast. So it was a pretty good find at Costco. I know people were jumping on these because I think the Precon itself is worth more. So we'll crack into this bad boy right now. And we'll also kind of talk about the Precon and what we might do to upgrade it, to add it to our commander repertoire. So let's crack into this bad boy right now. Official, broke the seal. The official Costco seal. Really super glue this. These guys. Careful. Set that aside. There's a nice promo card. We won't be able to add this to the deck, but kind of a cool artwork there. It's got all 5 mana symbols there, kind of watermarked. Leave that up to the side. Little packs here, we'll open those afterwards. I know this set wasn't very hot. Edge of Eternities was pretty decent. I haven't opened anything from Foundations, so we'll see what that's about. And same with Bloomburrow. I didn't open anything from this set actually, so let me know in the comments if you have any favorite set of these 4, what your thoughts were on these sets. Let's see. Now we have the commander deck. Alright, so we're all set and good to go. Of course, before we actually open into this, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to hit that bell too so you don't miss any future videos. There'll be lots of more card ripping. Well, not ripping of cards, of course, but booster pack ripping and other unboxing and game reviews and whatnot. So be sure to hit that bell. So let's see. So it says Squirreled Away Horde tokens and squirrels. And there's a picture of Hazel of the root bloom in the back there. Let's see what this comes with. It says squirrels just want to have fun. So kind of like the main plan with this deck is to generate a lot of tokens. Of course, you can kind of upgrade it to your liking and change the strategy however you choose fit. But kind of like what I'm thinking is to kind of really focus on the token, the food and squirrel token generation, and then just create that large army of squirrels, beef them up, and then have them attack your opponents. I was thinking, like, think of I don't know if you've seen that episode of Rick and Morty, season 3, episode 8, when Morty has like that helmet where he can read people's minds or listen to their thoughts, and he sees the two squirrels kind of like talking to each other on the tree, and then the squirrels find out that he can hear them, and then the squirrels are like planning stuff, and they're really, really smart. And then like a third squirrel comes and they figure out that Morty can hear them, and then Morty gets nervous and they start chasing him and following him back to the house. And the next thing you know it, Morty's back at his house and there's like 1,000 squirrels surrounding the house. And then Rick's all pissed off because Morty messed with squirrels and now they have to jump to a different dimension, and he's like, we can only do that like 3 or 4 times. So think of that. That's what this deck is going for. That's like the motivation for this deck. So here we have the deck there. Let's just double check if this has anything of use. Oh, just kind of gives the bit of the lore of Hazel. We'll get into that. That's the back side. Playing the deck. Yeah, maybe a little bit of background. Some rules on playing Commander. Push that over there. Let's see what this is. Oh, looks like our collector booster sample pack. Oh, and this is our little bump out box. And store some. Always good to have another one of these guys to throw some stuff in there. So because we know what's in here, maybe I'll just leave this wrapped up. But let's crack into the collector booster sample pack first. So one thing to note, keep you in suspense. So Hazel, might be hard to see. Maybe we might open this afterwards if we have time. But so she has a 4 mana cost, as mentioned, 2 colorless, 1 black, 1 green. So we're basically looking for. I do have a list of various upgrade cards, and we'll chat about them afterwards. But if we pull anything of use, we're basically looking for any black-green cards that might help us duplicate any tokens. Maybe have any kind of useful sack outlets that might help us with anything that might be beneficial for the strategy that we're going for. And of course, if it's on the list of cards that I'm looking to grab to upgrade the Precon, then all the bonus. Let's see. Oh, we got Mabel Heir to Craig Flame. So it's a red-white, so definitely nothing of use for us, but kind of a cool looking card there. That's Mabel. Kind of a neat card. Mabel is a mouse soldier. Kind of a cool, cool artwork there. Creates a colorless equipment artifact token. It's kind of a neat card. Worth a few bucks, I think. And what else do we get? And, oh, there's another card in there. No, that's it. And a land, probably not worth a whole lot. But more of a white card, so not of use for us. That's okay. All right, let's see. What should we do first? Maybe we'll do it in this order because I think I don't even know how to pronounce this. Ethodrid. I don't think this one was all that big of a set, but let's see what we pull in this. There's only one way to find out what we're going to get here. So I'll go relatively fast unless it's something that might be good for us. So black, but it's a vehicle, related, nothing good for our deck. Green creature. Nothing really too beneficial there. Blue. Vehicle. White. Oh, it's a black-green card. Oh, but it's a vehicle. Crew 3. Yeah, nothing. Kind of expensive too for what it does. It's a 6/5 though. And Waxen, here's our rare. Waxen Shape Thief. It's 4 costs, 0/0 flash. You may have this creature enter as a copy of an artifact or creature you control. Cycle. Artifact or creature. You can flash it. It's kind of expensive. I can't see this be worth anything too much. Let me know in the comments, of course, if there's any hits, but I can't see this being a hit at all. And then another blue. And then the last, oh, no, there's one more. And then just a basic land with some cool art. Yeah, no, don't think anything good there. So let's check out our foundations pack. Oh, we got a raccoon token. That might be useful for us. You never know there. Might hold on to that guy. Crackling Cyclops. Yep, not good. Marauder Blight Priest. It's a 3 costing 3/2. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses life. Interesting. There are opportunities for us to gain a lot of life. So maybe put that on. We'll keep it. We'll keep it in the maybe pile. It's probably It's kind of expensive. It costs 3, but we'll keep that in the maybe pile. Bushwhack, 1 cost green. We already have a lot of ramp that we're going to be adding to the deck. So put in the maybe pile. Blue treetop snare spinner. It's a 4 cost. It's got reach, death touch. For 2 plus 1 green, you can put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Again, it's kind of expensive, but you know, it's a green card. We'll just throw it in the to be decided upon later, but probably not going to make the cut. Joust through with a white card. Nope. No, not for this deck. Billowing Shriek Mass. No, not really for what we're going for. Painful Quandary. Oh, that's a rare there too. When an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a card. Painful Quandary. That's an interesting force a player to... Again, but that costs 5. That's like super expensive. The card costs a couple bucks itself. Here, we'll throw it in the maybe pile. Same with Giant Growth. It's a pump-up card. I was thinking either adding something like this or Pippin's Bravery, so let's throw that in there. And this is a red-green land, so definitely not that card. All right, Edge of Eternities. Let's see what we can get out of these guys. More robots and vehicles, if I remember correctly. So we don't need that token, that's for sure. Sky Stinger, insect. Not really dealing with insects. Whenever this creature blocks a creature with flying, this creature gets +5/+0. Interesting. But yeah, we don't have insect synergy really. But it's a green, so whatever. Let's just throw it in the green pile. The green-black pile for now. No red. Let's see. Grav Pack Monoist. Flying. When this creature dies, create a tapped 2/2 colorless robot artifact. Creature token. I guess we're keeping all the black and greens. Let's just throw it in that pile for now. No blue, no white. Temporal Intervention. Costs 3. Costs 2 less to cast. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn. We don't really have warp in here, but there will be a lot of non-land permanents leaving battlefields this turn with regards to tokens, various sack outlets. Then you can target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Interesting. Why not? Let's just throw it in the pile. Most of these cards I don't see us actually keeping, but Galactic Wayfarer. Whenever this creature enters, create a lander token. Yeah, we already have a lot of ramp, and this costs 3, so let's not even bother with this guy. This is a robot, so nope. Pull through the weft. Cost 5. Oof, geez. Return up to 2 target non-land permanents from your graveyard to your hand. Then return up to 2 target land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That's kind of interesting because it sort of works well with green and black synergy there. So let's throw that in there. Blade of the Swarm. It costs 4. He's a 3/1. When this creature enters, choose 1, put 2 1/1 tokens on this creature, or put target exiled card from with warp. Yeah, so not really with this deck. Starfield Shepherd. It's a white. And we have a rare, Starwinder. Ooh, it's a Leviathan. Let's see if that's worth anything. Costs 6, 7/7. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. It's kind of fun. Probably worth a couple bucks. And then a foil. That's probably worth pennies. Ooh, a neat land. That's green. I'm definitely keeping this guy. That's for sure. Okay, last one. Probably the only pack that will actually get potentially cards that we want for our upgrade list. So let's hope for the best here. Let's see what we get. Well, definitely not that one. Nocturnal Hunger. Gift of food. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast this spell. If you do, they create a food token before its other effects. Destroy target creature. If the gift wasn't promised, you lose 2 life. Destroy target. We might be taking out some removals spells, so we may want to keep it. So let's throw that in there. Longstock Brawl. Yeah, that gift a tapped fish. Yeah, I don't think we have any of that. Longstock Brawl. Choose target creature you control. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. Put a 1/1 counter on creature you control if the gift was promised. Then those creatures fight each other. Yeah, no, it's not. That won't even play well with us. Finch Formation. Nope, it's blue. Crumb and Get It. It's a white card. Kendo Spark Duel. It's red. Junk Blade Bruiser. That's a red-green card. It's a Raccoon Berserker. Oh, here's a Corpseberry Cultivator. And I believe that's on our list. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may forage. Exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sack of food. So that's partly why we're going to be creating a lot of food tokens, because we're going to be, essentially forced to sack a lot of them. So whenever you forage, put a 1/1 counter on Corpseberry Cultivator. Yeah, that is definitely a keeper for us. Teapot Slinger, that's a red, not in on our list there. Downwind Ambusher. that is not one that we're looking at. Not looking at adding. It's kind of an expensive card for a 4/4. But I might as well throw it on the pile anyways. Valley Rally, that is a red card, so we don't want it. Balin the Haymaker. Red, green, white card, so not for us. Oh, and that's a rare actually. Unfortunately, yeah, so we're not. Balin the Haymaker. Yeah, it doesn't look like it has much value either. The mountain we don't really need. Overprotect, is this something that we could use? Target creature you control gets +3/+3 and gains trample, hexproof, and indestructible. Maybe? That might be. Oh, and sadly that's the last one. Yeah, that might replace, what was it? Giant Growth? For an extra colorless. You kind of get trample, hexproof, and indestructible. I think that's probably kind of worth it. I'd say why not. So here's our loser cards. Here's our keeper cards. Some other cards that I'm looking at possibly adding into the Precon is of course some good ramp cards. We'll have to see if there's room for them. Over this. We have Farseek. Search your library for, well, we'd be searching for a swamp card and putting it onto the battlefield. Tapped. Cultivate. It's another kind of expensive, but good way to get more basic lands onto the battlefield. Nature's Lore. Another classic ramp card. Champion of Lamholt. This was a card that had a strong synergy with Hazel. So it's a creatures with power less than this card's power can't block creatures you control. And whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, and because we'll be generating a lot of token cards, you add a 1/1 counter on the Champion of Lamholt. So eventually this card can get a lot of counters on it. We can suspect that, that their power is going to be quite high, and potentially creatures with power less than this card's power won't be able to block any of our creatures, so that would be quite good once we have our army of squirrels. And Pippin's Bravery, so this was a card that I was looking at adding, but maybe instead we'll have Overprotect add. Just for that boost. Vindictive Vampire. Seemed like a neat card. Whenever another creature you control dies, Vindictive Vampire deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. Which would play kind of nice with that one. Maybe I'll stack them together so we know that. It'd play kind of nice with, if I can remember where it was. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses life. There we go. Yeah, so I think those two would play nicely together, so let's definitely put those two together. Revive the Shire is another one. Returning target permanent from card from graveyard to your hand, and then you create a food token. It has a decently high synergy level or percentage with Hazel, so maybe not. We'll see. Utopia Sprawl. It's an enchant forest. I'll have to look into that one more to see if it's worth adding. If we're gonna have a lot of card draw, maybe adding Thought Vessel might be a thought. We'll have to see. There's some really expensive board wipes. So if we end up taking out some removal, maybe throwing in some cheaper removal cards, a little more targeted removals might be a thought as well. So just some cards to consider, but we'll have to look into them a little more closely. But once I actually come up with the deck list, I'll probably throw it into the description, and be sure to comment your thoughts on what the final deck list looks like, and let me know if there's any modifications or changes that you'd recommend. I would be happy to hear them, because I'm looking to make this kind of more of a budget-friendly Precon type of deck to kind of augment my more higher bracket commander decks. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to stay tuned for future videos, such as there'll be a Lord of the Rings book review video coming up real soon, kind of like an unboxing / book review kind of video. So stay tuned for that, so be sure to hit that bell so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.